In the quiet town of Willow Creek, nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, life was simple and predictable. That was until the night a strange light streaked across the sky, crashing into the woods just outside town. The townsfolk whispered about meteorites and government experiments, but no one dared to investigate, except for Emma, a curious and kind-hearted librarian with a penchant for the extraordinary. Emma had always believed there was more to the universe than what met the eye. So, when she heard about the crash, she grabbed her flashlight and ventured into the woods. What she found was not a meteorite, but a small, shimmering pod. Inside was a girl, no, not a girl, but something otherworldly. Her skin had a faint, iridescent glow, and her eyes were large and luminous, like twin galaxies. She was unconscious but breathing, her chest rising and falling in a rhythm that felt both alien and familiar. Emma hesitated for only a moment before dragging the girl back to her cabin. She cleaned her up, bandaged a few minor wounds, and waited. Hours later, the girl awoke with a start, her eyes darting around the room in panic. "It's okay," Emma said softly, holding up her hands. "You're safe. My name is Emma. I found you in the woods." The girl stared at her, unblinking. Then, in a voice that sounded like wind chimes, she said, "I am Zara. I come from far away." Emma's heart raced. "Are you an alien?" Zara nodded. "I was sent here to study your planet. But my ship, it malfunctioned. I am stranded." Over the next few weeks, Emma helped Zara adjust to life on Earth. She taught her how to dress, how to speak without drawing suspicion, and how to blend in. Zara was fascinated by everything, the way sunlight filtered through the trees, the taste of chocolate, the sound of laughter. But what intrigued her most was the concept of love. "What is love?" Zara asked one evening as they sat by the fireplace. Emma smiled. "It's hard to explain. It's a feeling, like when you care about someone so much that their happiness becomes your happiness." Zara tilted her head, her luminous eyes narrowing in thought. "We do not have this on my world. We are logical beings. Emotions are inefficient." Emma chuckled. "Well, maybe you'll understand it one day." As the days turned into months, Zara began to experience emotions she had never known. She felt joy when Emma played her favorite songs on the guitar. She felt sadness when she read about war and suffering in the news. And she felt something she couldn't quite name when Emma smiled at her, a warmth that spread through her chest and made her feel alive. One day, while walking through the town square, Zara noticed a couple holding hands. They were laughing, their eyes locked in a way that made Zara's heart ache. She turned to Emma. "Is that love?" Emma followed her gaze and nodded. "Yes, that's love." Zara frowned. "I do not understand. Why do they look so happy? What is the purpose of this feeling?" Emma thought for a moment. "Love doesn't have a purpose, Zara. It just is. It's what makes life worth living." Zara didn't respond, but the question lingered in her mind. That night, as she lay in bed, she replayed the scene in her head. She thought about the way Emma's eyes crinkled when she laughed, the way her voice softened when she spoke about her favorite books, the way her presence made Zara feel safe. And then it hit her, a realization so profound that it left her breathless. She was in love with Emma. The next morning, Zara found Emma in the kitchen, humming as she made breakfast. She hesitated, her heart pounding in her chest. "Emma," she began, her voice trembling. "I think I understand love now." Emma turned to her, a curious smile on her lips. "Oh? What do you mean?" Zara took a deep breath. "I feel it. For you. You make me happy in a way I cannot explain." You make me want to stay here, on this planet, with you. Emma's eyes widened, and for a moment, she was speechless. Then, slowly, she reached out and took Zara's hand. Zara, I feel the same way. Tears welled up in Zara's eyes, a sensation she had never experienced before. But my people, they will come for me. They will not understand. Emma squeezed her hand. Then we'll figure it out together. Love is worth fighting for. For a while, it seemed like they could defy the universe. They spent their days exploring the town, their nights curled up by the fire, sharing stories and dreams. But their happiness was short-lived. One evening, as they walked home from the library, a blinding light descended from the sky. Zara's heart sank as a sleek, silver ship landed in the clearing ahead. They found me, she whispered. A group of tall, ethereal beings emerged from the ship. Their leader, a stern figure with eyes like ice, stepped forward. Zara, he said, his voice echoing with authority. Your mission is complete. It is time to return. Zara shook her head. No. I am not ready. There is so much more to learn. The leader's gaze softened, but only slightly. You have been gone too long. Your emotions have clouded your judgment. This planet is not your home. Emma stepped forward, her voice steady despite the fear in her eyes. Please. Let her stay. She's happy here. The leader regarded Emma with a mixture of curiosity and pity. You are human. You cannot understand. Zara belongs with her own kind. Zara's heart ached as she looked at Emma. I don't want to go, she said, her voice breaking. I love her. The leader's expression hardened. Love is a distraction. It is not logical. It is not who we are. Tears streamed down Zara's face as she turned to Emma. I'm sorry, she whispered. I don't want to leave you. Emma pulled her into a tight embrace. I love you, Zara. No matter where you are, that will never change. The leader gestured to the ship. It is time. Zara hesitated, then reached into her pocket and pulled out a small, glowing crystal. She pressed it into Emma's hand. This is a piece of my world. Keep it with you. It will remind you of me. Emma clutched the crystal, her heart breaking as she watched Zara walk toward the ship. Just before she stepped inside, Zara turned and said, I will never forget you, Emma. You taught me what it means to love. As the ship ascended into the sky, Emma stood alone in the clearing, the crystal glowing softly in her hand. She knew Zara was gone, but she also knew that love, true love, transcended time and space. And in the stars above, Zara looked down at the tiny blue planet, her heart filled with a bittersweet ache. She had come to Earth to learn about love, and in the end, she had found it. Even if she could never return, she would carry that love with her, always.